Deep in Pelham Bay Park, over 100 strangers gathered to achieve a common goal: replant the forest, one tree at a time.
So this is part of our Million Trees NYC planting series, and it actually is the last official planting of the Million Trees campaign.
The Million Trees NYC mission was to plant 1 million trees throughout the 5 boroughs. These million trees remove over 2,000 tons of pollution and reduce energy costs by $28 million each year. With the millionth tree planted this month, the initiative reached its goal 2 years ahead of schedule. The 1,600 trees and 400 shrubs planted today mark the official end of the campaign.
To think that with a good enough sized group of people who are all amateurs, you could actually accomplish something pretty significant.
New York City Parks plans to keep planting trees, with events for people of all ages restarting this spring.
My kids love planting trees. You know, if they're not competing to see who has the most amount of trees, they're just really enjoying the opportunity to be outdoors.
And volunteers today say they'll continue to watch their trees grow. New York City Parks is set to plant 80,000 more trees by 2018. For the Columbia Journalist, I'm Leanne Tiffany.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for attending this lecture. I'm Dr. Tiffany Mitchell. I'll be presenting on insomnia and the hormone connection today. The naturopathic perspective on insomnia will be like that of many other diseases or conditions, where we were basically trying to determine the underlying imbalance and address the cause rather than just suppress the symptoms. Hormones play a very important role in the regulation and quality of sleep. For the insomnia sufferer, a lack of sleep can be detrimental to health. Many processes occur while we sleep, which are essential to vitality and wellness. If you are not getting a good night's rest, you're not only depriving yourself of the energy you need for that day, but you're also putting your health at risk. Sleep is also the time that the body rejuvenates and repairs itself. Without sleep, the immune system suffers, and the number of natural cells that fight viruses and cancers do decline. Hello. If you have trouble falling asleep, wake up frequently during the night, and then have difficulty getting back to sleep, or you wake up too early constantly, you are not alone. Studies show that more than half of American adults have sleep problems at least a few nights a week. 75% of Americans believe that poor sleep is associated with health problems. 20% report missing work due to feeling overly tired. Americans are losing sleep today over financial concerns, the economy, job stress, relationship difficulties. We live in a very stressful time. Falling asleep is hard, staying asleep is even harder, and the health risks, unfortunately, are increasing with every sleepless minute. Here is a chart that I wanted to show you. This talks about the effect of not getting enough sleep. When you have sleep deprivation, you actually have an increase in the hormone known as cortisol. If you follow the arrow here, increased cortisol leads to increased insulin production. That then leads to increased fat storage. Or also increased insulin leads to altered sugar metabolism. If you follow it on down here, you see you get increased fat accumulation. So obesity is very strongly correlated to sleep deprivation. In a British study, scientists found that people who are consistently sleep deprived, which is defined as less than 5 hours per night, are at a greater risk for high blood pressure and also other cardiovascular problems. Insufficient sleep also raises your risk for obesity, like we had just mentioned, diabetes, depression, alcoholism, and does increase your risk for automobile accidents. This is another representation of 2 hormones that have garnered a lot of attention in the media lately. If you only get 5 hours of sleep, your leptin hormone production decreases by 15.5%. Leptin tells our bodies that we're full. It's actually, giving us a signal that we have satiety. With only 5 hours of sleep, our ghrelin hormone goes up. That tells us that we're hungry, so it makes us more likely to eat when maybe we don't need to. Insomnia and sleep dysfunction cause decreased leptin and increased ghrelin levels. Sleep deficiency is linked to increased hunger and increased appetite, and also causes increased cravings for high-calorie and high-carbohydrate-containing foods. So are you getting healthy sleep? Doctors really need to look at both the quantity and quality of sleep to detect an actual problem. When it comes to sleep quality, it may not be obvious to you if you are actually getting good quality sleep. An insomniac who lies awake at night, usually they can tell something is wrong. But someone with sleep apnea, let's say, they might not actually know there's a problem. The most telling sign of a disorder is how you're feeling during the day. If you generally wake up alert and refreshed, you're probably a healthy sleeper. If you chronically wake up sleepy, irritable, unfocused, you may actually have some kind of sleep disorder. Sleep hygiene is very important for all of us. This refers to the habits, environmental factors, and practices that may influence the quality of our sleep and also the length of it. Good sleep hygiene can help you get the rest you need each night. For more solid restorative sleep, you want to turn off your television and computer way before bedtime. You'd like to keep your bedroom cool and dark and go to bed at a reasonable hour. Avoid alcohol, caffeine, and big meals or snacking prior to bedtime. Find an evening wind-down routine that works for you, something that will invite peaceful sleep. Try dimming a light, taking a warm bath or shower. Practice a gentle pre-bed yoga stretch is something a lot of people use and works quite well. Or even writing in a journal, some type of gratitude diary is nice for people too. Any sort of consistent ritual before bed tells your body to wind down, allowing you to settle in for a good night's rest.